a study came out in France at the Ken University, September of last year. It was published in a peer-reviewed, serious scientific journal of toxicology by Professor Seralini and his colleagues in France, showing that rats fed with GMO Monsanto rice or corn rather had huge incidence of cancer tumors compared with non-GMO rats. They had enormous organ damage and death rates 5 times that of normal rats. And the study was suppressed. Well, it was damned by the European Union's uh, European Food Safety Administration, and it turns out most of the scientists on the panel had ties to Monsanto. So it's just a corruption that Monsanto tries to infiltrate its way. They try to block labeling in California because that would damage their whole product situation in America, where people are beginning to wake up. So
Yeah.
I think there's a sea change going on against not only Monsanto, but biological engineering of our food chain. We don't
Very,
need it.
very, very interested to hear your thoughts on this. F. William Engdahl, geopolitical analyst, and of course, if you want to find out more about his thoughts on this, read his book, Seeds of Destruction, The Hidden Agenda of GMO. Thank you very much for your thoughts live on RT. Thanks a lot.
Talk about political corruption. And the Obama administration's continuing it. Figures the Bush, right? You know, these Bushes, I don't know how they ever got elected. Ronnie's probably rolling over in his grave, upset. But did you know that a Monsanto monopoly pushed farmers to commit suicide? Yes, they did. Here's from Russian TV. Russia Today. Oh, Russian TV. Oh, another commercial. Oh, nice music. Oh, don't you start up. YouTube, don't you start up. Yeah. I already did it.
Well, Nick Burnaby, who's a social media director for March Against Monsanto, claims in some part.
If you look at what happened in India, I mean, there's an epidemic of suicides of the farmers because Monsanto sold them a cotton seed that they promised would do a certain thing, and then those seeds didn't perform how they were supposed to, and it drove a lot of these Indian farmers into sheer poverty, and they ended up committing suicide by the hundreds and thousands even. Monsanto affects farming communities everywhere. I mean, in the United States, they're known for suing small farmers. There's a lot of small farmers that they're putting out of business because they have genetic migration into crops that weren't supposed to be GMO, but they're getting cross-pollinated, and then Monsanto comes in. They use their government cronies to go in and shut down small farmers because they're...
Oh, see? He said cronies, and the government now is causing problems with it. But it'll buffer in a second. Only 8 more seconds left. I want to hear cronies again. Come on. Reboot it.
Well, Nick Burnaby, who's a social media director for March Against Monsanto, claims.
I'm not going to deal with this. But yes, Monsanto has even caused people to kill themselves. You are eating food that's genetically altered, that's affecting your body. I did not know this until today, but you know those Diet Cokes, Diet Pepsis you like, made with NutraSweet? Well, I found out from a pharmacist today that when those drinks hit 98 degrees, the chemical in NutraSweet turns into great. Now I'm spacing. I was just thinking of it. Formaldehyde. So you're not drinking Diet Pepsi. You're drinking Diet Formaldehyde. How does that make you feel when you have NutraSweet and you're drinking something? You know, when you put it in your tea's more than 98 degrees. It's technically becoming formaldehyde. Ooh, isn't that tasty? Let's drink some formaldehyde. You know, like those cigarette commercials, the anti-cigarette commercials, you know, with stuff, you know, frog, you know, that frog one, you know, formaldehyde. That's what you're drinking. Yeah, I'm not drinking any more diet sodas. That's it. Forget it. I keep taking clenbuterol working out because I ain't drinking no formaldehyde. I will never have a function from now on that has any Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Diet Sprite, Diet anything. I don't want but I'm happy to say my pink stuff, Sweet and Low, apparently is okay, so I will keep using my Sweet and Low. People, wake up and smell the formaldehyde because, believe it or not, NutraSweet, guess who owned it? You got it, Monsanto. Monsanto used to own it. They probably still have an invested share in there, I'm sure. You can look it up. Go to NutraSweet.com on their company, you know, their history. People, there's going to be a new march, another march, worldwide march, May 24th, 2014. I'm praying there's one in Russia. Even though at that date, I probably wouldn't be in Russia. I might do the one in Indianapolis next year because I want to go to the 500. Or I might go do St. Louis, where Monsanto is actually headquartered. I'm proud to announce that I took over an hour's worth of footage, cut it down to 36 minutes. So I'm going to make a feature documentary about Monsanto. I'm not going to reveal the name just in case they're listening, but it will premiere in Mother Russia. You know, Miss Soviet, she got her pull, so I got to go with the boss lady, you know what I mean? But people, read up about Monsanto. Read up about GMO food. When you go shopping for your veggies, don't buy them at Publix, Cash and Carry, Sweet Bay, Pathmark, ShopRite, Acme, A&P, Kroger's, Food Lion, any of those stores. Go to the local farmers market. More than likely, the food is not GMO, not terrorized by Monsanto. You are what you eat, people. So eat healthy, eat good, eat prosperous. You know, if I was the morticians unions and associations, I'd be complaining, because with the more preservatives they put in food, eventually we will not need to, when we pass on, to be, you know, morticianized. We won't need a mortician. You just stick a body in a thing and just keep it maybe a little cold, and our bodies won't, you know. I have to do that. I'm in one of those moods. People, it's your life. Do what you need to do to survive. And Monsanto does not care if you live or die. They only care about getting your money. They are very rich. There's a reason why. Stand up. Go to Google, type in March Against Monsanto, and get involved, right? Tampa is supposed to be doing another march, actually, in October. They're doing their own march. I believe it's October 12th. So get involved. You know, Facebook, social media, has it all over there. Get involved. Stand up for your rights and march against Monsanto. This is Jonathan, the Impaler Sharkey, wishing you a great night. And I will see you tomorrow. Don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, believe it or not, but I'm going to talk about something. You know that. Be well, be safe, be blessed, rock on. Gotta find a way for you guys to hear this.